fire, ice, and kinetic magic, swords, bows, and massive two-handers. Experiment with magic and weapon combos to destroy your enemies and the environment. Gather resources to craft powerful gear and boost your stats, or just to make Brynn look super cool. Explore a vibrant world, uncover ancient secrets, and climb anything you can find, including massive enemies that roam the map. I've been keeping my eye on Eternal Strands ever since it was revealed, and today we get to check out an exclusive beta build firsthand. I cut this video down from about a 2-hour live stream I did playing around with the beta. So if you want the uncut version, I'll link the recorded stream below. But for this video, I picked out all the best parts to show you what Eternal Strands is all about. Now, I was actually pretty impressed with how well this beta build ran, and how much stuff there was to do in just this small restricted part of the map. But this is a beta build, so you might notice some rough edges here and there, but don't worry too much about that right now. Yellow Brick Games assured me that they're going to be polishing everything up before release. Eternal Strands is going to launch Q1 2025 on PS5, PC, Xbox Series, and Game Pass Day 1. So let's check it out. So this is Brynn. This is our main character, the hero. And we're in base camp right now. So you have this sort of base camp area to get prepped. You're part of a Weaver band, so we're like a magic user. And I assume some of the other NPCs and people in our band are magic users as well. But there's like a smithy here. There's a guy that can upgrade our magical abilities, which we can't actually do right now, but we have fire, frost, and kinetic magic. So I think fire, flame, and frost magic are pretty self-explanatory. There's a few different powers for each of those. We don't have all of them quite unlocked. I did unlock one of the fire ones, actually. And then the kinetic is interesting. So this is sort of more like a control type magic. So you can like pick things up and throw them. You can pick enemies up and throw them. The armor looks sick. Yeah. So I found this chess piece. There's different pieces of armor you can find to craft at the smith. So let's go talk to her, Sola. So I forget what this is called. The Hearthguard Arc Plate. So the colors of your armor, this is kind of cool. You guys will probably like this. You can customize the colors of the armor. Let's see if we can do it for like the shield maybe. You can customize both the stats and colors, there we go, depending on what resources you use to upgrade your gear. So there's a lot of customizability here, both in terms of like what you're going to do in terms of gameplay choices. So you can see the stats change based on all these different resources I have available to me, but they also change the color for this piece of the wood on the shield, which is pretty cool. Little highlights and things like that. And that's true for like every weapon and piece of armor. Do we need a death counter for this game, Norma? Yeah, I think we do. It's not that easy, and I have it on hard right now. So this is kind of what I ended up with in terms of armor after playing for 5 or 6 hours. I found one piece, and I found a couple other things like crafting recipes, but I want to back out and we can just start from the very beginning. So let's just go brand new game, and we'll go on hard. I did manage to beat the Ark on hard, finally. So that's our goal. This is a beta build of the game, so we're somewhat limited in terms of who we can talk to, what we can do, where we can go. Let's head out into, I think it's Upper Denevron, if I'm pronouncing that right. So this is a loom gate. These are basically your fast travel points, and there's like a main one here in the camp. So you use these to get around. There'd be a lot more areas to go, I think. I already found 3 of them, I believe, in just the Upper Denevron area. So right now at the beginning, we just have the one, so we don't get a choice of where we go. We just kind of teleport straight to the one that we have unlocked. Dusky, you like how colorful it is? Yeah, I do too. There's so many action-adventure games that are dark, you know? And this is so much brighter and more colorful. It really That part of it and the art style reminded me a lot of Kane and Bridge of Spirits. That's not a big AAA title. I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with that, but definitely an underrated game, and I really enjoyed it. I kind of want to do a stream playthrough of that at some point, but I really like how Eternal Strands looks here too. Oh, you like Kane and Dusky? I didn't know that. So that is the enemy we're after. The Ark of the Living Flame. Pretty cool. So there's these like colossal enemies, and you can climb on them, kind of like Shadow of the Colossus. Another game I really like. So we're here at the Loom Gate. I think if I travel there, we're not going to see the other travel points yet. So the map's not really uncovered. You can see it does give us different district or different area names, but this will become uncovered as we explore. So I want to explore a little bit. The chest piece I found is like down in this area, so I want to go find that again. And then Nat did give me a tip. There's a weapon we can find right here at the start that I somehow missed for a while. So let me get rid of the mouse here. Before we head in where all the enemies are, this is basically, we have a weapon wheel very similar to Horizon. Well, a spell wheel, I should say. So these are our different spell abilities. And I'm just holding up on the D-pad to get to this. And then you have 3 different weapons. So by default, we have a sword and shield. And I have like a regular light attack combo. And then I also figured out that if you hold the light attack input, you have a sort of heavy attack, basically. Paris, yeah, the sword is good. And then all the weapons also have an elemental magic variant. So there's a special attack. Is it called Infused, Nat? Let's see. There's a pretty good tutorial section. I forget exactly what it's called, but there's basically a magic infused attack that you get with each one. So the sword and shield, there's also a parry system. So you can block and parry with the sword and shield. And then the two-hander is really cool. It's this huge blade. Imbued. That's right, thank you. So that's the heavy attack with that. And then the imbued attack. So this one is a fire two-hander. You can also get an ice two-hander and a kinetic two-hander. We're going to go find the ice two-hander in a minute. So each of the 3 weapon categories, the two-hander, the sword and shield, and the bow, all have 3 varieties, as far as I'm aware. Maybe there's also like default varieties that don't have any elemental aspect, but you can get a fire, ice, or kinetic variant of all of these. So the special fire variant for this two-hander looks like, let's see if we do it. So it's a kind of a good like big AoE attack. You can damage everybody around you and get them burning, which is pretty cool. The bow we have is a kinetic bow. And we do have a concentration-like effect, just like in Horizon, that we can use. And then the special elemental or magic attack with the bow is a kinetic bubble that pulls things in towards its center, which is pretty cool. And then you can combo this with other magic abilities. So like we have a frost mine, which is like an ice bomb, essentially. So I can like chuck a frost... Oh, this guy's coming at us. There is a target lock on, so I'll show you a parry. So you get a little bit of a slow motion attack, or slow motion animation when you parry. And then they get stunned for a moment. We'll try and do it again. The parry window's pretty forgiving. I was kind of early on it there, but we got it. That's like a lore point there. So if let's try something like this. So if I go to the bow, and I do a kinetic bubble. And then I use Drake's Breath, which is basically like breathing fire. The fire will go into the center of that bubble, and then I can actually explode the bubble. Oh, I was a little too slow. You can also make a bubble using one of the abilities. Let's breathe some fire in there. So you could imagine if we have an enemy trapped in there, and we'll try to do that in a minute. I'll go back to Ensnaring Blast, and then I can explode it on command, which is pretty cool. That's pretty sweet. So yeah, there's a lot of variety here. Another big feature is you can climb anything pretty much in this game. So you just run up to stuff and you can start climbing. So very much like Breath of the Wild, Zelda style. You do have a stamina bar next to Bryn there, so you can run out and fall, but you can use different abilities like this ice wall to create a platform for yourself to stand on and rest. Oop, I didn't do a very good job of it there. But you could stand on your own ice wall and like let your stamina recharge, which is pretty sweet if you're climbing something really tall. Oh, did I upgrade one of the stations? Well, this is a brand new game. I just started, so I did upgrade one of the stations in the other playthrough, but not in this one. Blasted that guy up in the air a little bit. The Rangers are pretty weak. So let's see if I can get 4 now. So these red bags here, these right here, they have like a heart symbol on them. So that's how you get, this is how you get healing, essentially. You break open these red bags and you get vitality tonics. Oh, see, that's funny. I can't pick up. So maybe that's a little bit of a bug, Nat. No big deal, but it looks like it gave me 4 health potions, and then I can only have a max of 3 right now. That's fine though. I'm used to using 3 anyway. So we just unlocked a region of the map, so you can see we're uncovering a little bit of it here as we go. Oh, there is a stamina bonus. That's cool. I didn't know that. Okay, let's head back down, though. So you really can climb like anything. Like, we can just start going up this tree if we want to.
This must be the Atrium of Champions.
Oh, we're going to come back here in a minute. This is where we...
The most accomplished weavers were honored with statues.
Let's see if the Ark is around there somewhere. He's probably... So it walks around. There he is. So our big bad boy's over there. You can see him with his flaming hat in the background there. He walks over here to this, like, atrium. But we can fight him over where he is now, or we could fight him here. They have a pretty big range they roam across. So let's head back, though, because I want to find this ice two-hander. There's quite a few different enemies. That was one of the things I was surprised by. There are a bunch of different variations on the enemies. And you get most of your resources by fighting enemies. You'll get different chances, like higher chances of getting better resources if you kill, I think, frosted or burning enemies, actually. So there's a little bit of nuance there. do have a kick while you have the bow out, so you have a little bit of a melee attack still. But you have no way to parry or block unless you have the sword and shield out. So one strategy I've found that works pretty well is freezing the enemies in place with some ice wall. And then I like to do like a heavy attack with the two-hander. So if somebody's giving you a little bit of trouble, that's a pretty easy way to take care of them quickly. This is the Enclave? Okay, so this is part of the Enclave, I guess. So there's kind of some environmental puzzles like this. Whoops. Let's take care of this guy first. Actually, let's show off some of the kinetic abilities. So another thing, if we were near a ledge, we could just grab this guy and chuck him right off. But we can also pick up other things and throw them at enemies, which is pretty cool. Or we can throw enemies at enemies. Like I just grabbed that guy's shield, actually. The archers. Archers are always the most annoying NPCs, aren't they? Most annoying enemies. Missed the parry a little bit there. Come at me. Come on. Do it. Whoa. Camera's freaking out a little bit on me. Oh, I think I'm still locked on. Yeah, this is not the start of the game. There would be like a tutorial on how to do all this stuff. We're kind of jumping into the middle here to get some interesting stuff. So let's melt this ice. The other thing that's unique about this game, here, let me light something else on fire. The environment reacts to your elemental magic. So you can see the ground's actually heating up here, and I can actually take damage from being like in this for too long.
Coming out of that chasm. The surge hit this place hard.
So you can actually burn the world, which is pretty interesting. And then I've also noticed
Below ground?
these flowers
Explain why there's so much damage here from the surge.
are like an ice flower, which is pretty neat. There's also some fire ones. There's a different plant that's a fire one. Let's go in here and grab this crafting recipe. The frost two-hander. Okay. So we got that. Now I also, let's take a look at the map. Want to go grab that chest piece again. Let's see. We don't want to fall in this chasm. We will die immediately. So this is maybe a good opportunity to show you guys this one. So you can actually launch yourself with a kinetic stream. So this is kind of like a teleporter. And it blasts you over pretty far distance, actually. So you can use that to jump up. Like, we'll probably use that to jump up on the Ark of the Living Flame. Fire in the river? Okay. I'll try that when we get back near the river. That might have been why, actually, it worked better for me, because I think I was standing in the water when I did it off stream. No, this isn't where I was. Okay, I think we've pretty much... Oh, there's another guy over there. We're close to clearing this area out, though, I think. Yeah, we can geet them off. Actually, this is a good one to do that with. Let's try that. He's right near a ledge. So if we were just kind of annoyed with this guy, just chuck him down there. That's pretty fun. I like throwing them at each other, but throwing them off is pretty good too. Got a chest back here. So it looks like our inventory's full, I think. We have a few locked slots there. There's our Frost two-hander. Different rarities of resources. They go up. They have purple and gold as well. I think we saw a little bit of that in my other save at the beginning. And then down here, below this grate is where that chest piece is, I'm pretty sure. Just have to find the way down there, which I think is this. Oh, we somehow burned ourselves there. Maybe there was like a torch next to us or something. Ooh, these are much better resources. I don't want to leave these. Let's drop a few things here. There's the chest plate. The Hearthguard arc plate. Okay, let's go back to base camp. So we can run back to the loom gate, or we do have, I forget what this is called. Does it show up in key items? No. But we basically have a way to teleport with this item down here in the bottom left. A loom shard, maybe? Strands shard? So let's go to the smith. I don't know if we're going to have enough to be able to craft this yet. So you can turn headpieces off if you don't like the headpiece that, or how it looks or something. There is an option for that in the settings. Here it is. So we have to choose the resources we want to put on here. And you can see they change the colors, but they also change the stats. So generally, I think the higher rarity resources are going to give us better stats for the most part, from what I've seen, which makes sense. So we'll go with this. And then I want a lot of heat resistance primarily, because the Ark of the Living Flame is a fire-based enemy. So we get 4 heat resistance there. Let's go with that. 1, 1, 1, 2. That's kind of cool to have some red with the yellow. So you pick 4 resources that you're going to upgrade with, or I guess in this case craft with.
If that doesn't keep you safe, I don't know what will.
Then we'll go ahead and craft that. You can also, so if you want to, if you don't like how something turned out, you can undo it with Reforge. So you can swap in other resources to change it up, which would change the stats and how it looks. And then do a Reforge. So you can change things around, which is nice. And then you can upgrade as well, which, as far as I've been able to tell, it does require additional resources, and those are like preset what you need. And then you can, it basically just boosts all your stats. So we can upgrade this chest piece a little bit more to level 2 instead of level 1.
Most people couldn't even stand straight wearing one of those. You, however.
Kelly, do we know when in 2025? It's Q1, so we don't have an actual release date yet, but it's in Q1, like Nat's saying in the chat there. Okay, so let me show you, if we talk to Casman, this is where we can upgrade the different NPCs. So we can upgrade Sola's Forge if we have 50 like generic resources, and you get generic resources by converting the special resources, like all the stuff you're collecting, into the generic ones in the bottom right there. So it looks like we get 2 for any green resource or 5 for a blue one. So what do we have a lot of? We have quite a bit of brumite. We can convert some of that, some of that. See if we can, there we go. Got 50. So now we can go upgrade the forge. Corey, yes. So it's coming, I believe, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, Nat, but PC, PS5, and Xbox X and X. X and S. And Game Pass. There you go. Official confirmation right there. Thank you, Natalie. Let's see what else we can upgrade now that we upgraded the forge. So we need a little bit of softwood. So we might go find that. Okay, let's head back out there. Weight is your speed. Gotcha. Alright, so let's see if we can find some additional resources, and we'll try out. Let's see what this ability looks like now. So we get a cool ice blast. That's pretty sweet. And then it follows up with an attack. That's pretty strong. That's definitely pretty strong. This door here. Oh, they broke it open for us. Oh, nice.
I'd always heard the Enclave liked to keep extensive records. It's a lawkeeper's dream.
Oh. The kinetic two-hander. I didn't think we'd be able to find that. We're going to have to go craft that. Nice. The devs backseat gamed us into a new weapon. Thanks, guys. That's cool. The kinetic two-hander. So it looked like I could craft another kinetic two-hander if I wanted to, with different resources. Oh, I like how it glows purple. That's cool. Alright, so what's our special ability with this now? Oh, I like how it glows. That's cool. Whoa. That's actually freaking awesome. This is why Nat had no regrets backseat gaming us. That's really cool. You can hit him while you're in the air. Wait, hang on. See if I can switch weapons midair. That's pretty sweet. Oh, I really like that. Yeah, it is pretty addictive. Oh, you can chain it. Wait, I gotta let my magic charge back up. That's sweet. Nice for getting out of trouble when surrounded. Yeah, definitely, Moses. The kinetic sword and shield are your favorite, but we'll have to find that in the... Oh, you're killing me. I was like, let's go find it. Who stole Cloudbuster's sword? Yeah. Oh, I want to chain that more, man. Can I gravity two-handed and then gravity catapult at the same time for a supercharged one? So you mean like if I do a kinetic stream... Here, let me find a good open area. And then do this. Oh, yeah, you can. So you can do it midair. I took fall damage on that, though. Let me see if I start this down here, though. Yeah, you got to be careful, though. If you go so high, you get some fall damage. But the arc is pretty challenging. We're going to see that here in a second. I'd be surprised if I get it on my first try. Let's make sure we're at full health before we start this. And there is some nuance to how I'm going to go about fighting him, but...
Ark of the living flame. Lightly armored compared to the others, but expect things to get hot.
I don't necessarily want to say exactly what I'm doing, because it's kind of cool to see it happen. So we can freeze him in place. Yeah, he deals some damage. Oh. And then you can see he's got these special weak points on him. And I want to go for those because they give us really good resources. They'll try to shake us off. So there's a few more of those weak points on him. See, there's one on his chest there. Oh. So he'll grab you too. I don't think there's a way out of this. I'd love to be able to break out of that somehow. But it's kind of cool that they can grab you like that. Drink, Bryn, drink. Let's go grab this vitality potion. Okay, so he spawns these little guys, which make it pretty tough. I'm going to try and chuck them off the side so they're not bothering us too much. Let's put an ice bomb down. Oof. Took that one right in the face. I think we got all the little guys. Let's go back to focusing on this guy. Actually, that's kind of good. There's one right on his hand here. Jump down before he grabs me. Never got the chest one. Let's see if we can grab that. He'll set himself on fire too. And these are pretty valuable resources. Oh, I'm about to die here. see if we can find some healing. I can put my fire resist potion on as well. There's a bag around here somewhere. Did I not pick it up? I thought I grabbed it. I need healing. Go, Bryn, go. I know where there's more. We're just a little far away. Here we go. Oh, I'm not on the healing potions, that's why. Duh. So we can blow these fireballs up in the air if I can aim well enough. Find some more healing. All right, did we get all the... We got the two on the backs of his knees. We got the one on his chest. We got the one in his hand here. So we can also damage him by just stabbing him in some of his open, like, weak points here. That hurt.
Statue kind of looks like you. Could it be
My mother, Sharia. I knew she was a celebrated weaver before the surge.
my mother has a statue?
Stab him in the leg a little bit. So when he shakes us off, we lose stamina pretty quick, I think is what happens there, basically. I don't know if that green gem is a weak point, Paris. You mean like this right here? I don't know if that's a weak point. We just got popped through the map there. Alright, let's find a little more healing again. Come a little closer. Can also grab these, which is pretty sweet. So we can grab the fireballs and chuck them back at him. Find some healing. I think there's a little bit more in here. Maybe over this way. He's coming to get us. Here it is. Could definitely use a little bit more, though. Oh, jump off before he roasts us. Let's see. Oh, okay, so we're getting... This is a prompt for us to basically finish the fight here. So we can harvest a special resource from the Ark because we destroyed all the weak points and I think did enough damage to him. But we have to get all the way up on top of his head, which might be tricky. Let's see if I can yeet myself up there. There we go. Get up on his head. And then we can harvest the strand. I think basically this is a strand, Eternal Strands. And that kills him instantly. Demo complete. We can keep playing though. Eternal Strands is coming to PC, PS5, Xbox Series, and Game Pass in early 2025. And if you like what you're seeing here, wishlisting a game is actually a big help for an indie studio like Yellow Brick Games. I'll also be planning to cover it more once it's out, so make sure you're subscribed and feel free to come hang out on my Discord server if you want to chat about it some more. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.